Do you like basketball?
Hello?
Basketball, no.
No! God damn
like,
it!
but
Hello, everybody. Oh
I'm
shit,
not
I'm
good
peeking.
at. Yes, I'm good. Me too.
Hello?
What's up, gamers?
No! God damn it! Hello, everybody. Oh shit, I'm peeking. What do I have? That's probably a bit much. I'll turn it down a little bit. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the State of the League podcast, the only NBA podcast, hosted by one gamer and one Chinese sleeper agent, and therefore we're probably neutrally affected by the tariffs, because all the price of gaming equipment skyrocketing, but Chinese century incoming, and so I think we're probably breaking even in that exchange.
We're the only podcast where one of us just had someone walk by the outside of their place screaming about how they don't get enough credit. Enough credit for what? I don't know. But
Hey, I mean, now they do. We're giving them credit right now.
I'm hoping he doesn't take his frustration out of my window.
Yeah.
But yeah, the let's just say, guys, I'm gonna be losing my relatability pretty soon. You heard about the stock market?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you up? Are you up big?
Let's just say, you ever heard about The Big Short?
Yes.
I'm doing that, an even bigger one.
I've been calling
right
every bank that's in the phone book. I got a legit Yellow Pages phone book. Every bank that's in there, I've been calling them and I've been going, short everything, and the tellers are like, who this is a Western Union bank. What do you mean? And I'm like, short it all. There's
short
a bubble.
The stocks.
There's a bubble. And then yeah. So I'm up huge in that regard. And I'm big on Campbell's soup. I put all my money into Campbell's soup stock. And I'm up, yeah.
I'm rebuilding Jamie Lee Curtis's house for her, and I'm building it down. I'm burning it down in front of her. I'm saying, move that bus! And then when it goes away, it's on fire already.
Nice. That's cool. That's really nice.
Imagine Extreme Home Makeover Edition, like you're 11, and they're like, "Oh, what are you into, kid? What do you like?" It's like, I really like when Jamie Lee Curtis's house burns down, and then your whole room is Jamie Lee Curtis's house burning down themed.
Wow, that's really good, Pablo. I always liked it when it was clearly kid going through like a phase, and so they would be like, I love Rubik's Cubes right now.
Yeah.
Huge into Rubik's Cubes, and it's like, we made your whole room a Rubik's Cube. And you have to solve it to go to sleep. And it's like, oh, shit, this is great. And then we never circle back 2 years later where they've been driven insane by the possible combinations of the room Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, my seashell room from when I was 8 turns out it's not as cool. Like I can't hang my Harry Styles poster on the wall because the walls are seashells and they don't stick. The tape doesn't stick.
There's sand everywhere.
Oh God.
When I was young, I painted my room red and blue, the color of my middle school.
Like you were a patriot.
Yes, yeah. I painted it red and blue, and it was purely for America, and it was red and blue until I was 23 years old. And then I painted it white, and I was like, holy shit, I've been like living in an experiment this whole time, where like the second the red wall was gone, I was like, I feel so much calmer right now. I've just been angry this whole time for no reason.
I think my room was blue, but what's it called? We had some fat heads on the wall. I shared a room with my brother, so we had Devin Hester fat head. Had a White Sox logo fat head. It was pretty.
For a Chicago hot dog fat head.
No,
the Blues
it was just
Brothers fat head.
Just sports. Just guys being sports.
What's
guys.
Other Chicago stuff? Chicago the musical fat head. An L Train fat head. Come on, the Bean fat head. Anyone?
Yeah. Keep doing racism.
Ferris Bueller fat head. Cameron from Ferris Bueller fat head.
That's the only 80s movie I like. I don't like the 80s, but I
I
like
haven't I
Ferris
haven't
Bueller.
seen that many 80s movies. I like The Breakfast Club. It's a little ridiculous, but it's definitely fun. 80s movies. Let's see what's what. I like Full Metal Jacket. I've never seen Dead Poets Society. E.T.'s good. I like E.T. Oh, The Goonies. Have you seen The Goonies?
Nope.
You would love it. It's whimsy, it's adventure, it's fun, it's the innocence of youth. It's all that stuff.
But they're gooning?
No, this predates that. And so it's like I don't know. What would a good comp be? It'd be like if the N-word back in like 1920 meant something else. And so then like they were like they say the N-word a bunch in this movie and it's like nincompoop. It's not actually the bad N-word.
Well, there probably was a guy who was like the gayest guy, and he like identified as being a gay guy back when Adjustment Happy, and then they flipped it on him. He's like, I'm the gayest guy in town. Welcome to the gayest pub in town. That wouldn't be the accent he had, but
It might be. What if they did that to us, where it was like, you guys are big sports guys, and it's like sports gets like flipped into like a gay thing. That could be crazy.
It's like what's his wingspan becomes code for like stick your arm into my anus.
Go
or
up to
like,
the elbow
like,
in my butt.
Like what's your wingspan? 7'4"? Oh, that's how much arm is going up your butt or something. And then there's like tons of videos of me getting excited about that. By the way, Trump extended the TikTok ban.
Who gives a fuck about anything anymore?
Woo!
Hey, no, the TikTok. I mean, is anything real? Is that like? I keep doing this shit where I'm like, you and I live very privileged life with like a ridiculous fake job. But at the same time, sometimes I'll just be like, oh shit, I feel like what's happening right now might affect us at some point. The ripple effects of the stock market losing $4 trillion in 48 hours.
Well, we don't invest in stocks. We invest in people. So we invest. Oh, wait. Josh Lerman, you don't have stock market money, do you?
Oh, fuck.
Bwomp. Don't have. You better not have crypto, buddy.
This is important.
We're counting on you.
This is important. Everyone who's actively on the Patreon right now, it's fine to go and pull all of your money out of the banks. That's no big deal. But you need to let us know ahead of time so we can set you up on like a cash monthly subscription. You know?
By the way, the site I use to clip prospect games, they my card that it was on expired, so then I had to change. I have to change the card.
You're paying to do
that? Yeah, you
Jeez.
gotta.
Hey.
I gotta, because if you don't pay, then it deletes your older clips.
If you don't pay, you're gay.
And also, I think there's a limit. But what's it called? I found out. I pay $5 a month for it, but I found out since I've had it since like 2018 or 19. Mm-hmm. Since I've had it, they've raised it to $12.99 or something a month. But I'm on a legacy plan now. I'm worried they're going to try and steal my legacy plan. And when I hit update card info, it doesn't do anything. I click the button update card, it's not doing anything. So I had to contact support. Also, those bastards made it already doesn't work on YouTube.
What the hell?
I can't pay.
My watch alarm is going off. I didn't know. I don't even know how to set that. Did I fall asleep on it funny and it just mashed the buttons?
Probably. I broke my Fitbit wrist thing in my sleep last night or 2 nights ago.
All right, chunky monkey.
A lot of danger happens when you're asleep. I'm a pretty active sleep guy though. I'm not full on sleep walker, but I'm big time sleep talker and stuff like that.
Sleep fighter.
My big thing now is I wake up not a lot, but I wake up sometimes and I think that there's carbon monoxide in my apartment, and then I'm like trying to escape.
Oh, I had a dream last night where I was trying to get out of the house to do something, and like I had to leave soon, but I made myself like a big a big bowl or a big plate of something to eat. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it was a huge.
Couldn't have less urgency than I need to get out. Let me get a big bowl or something.
And no, and then it was incredibly hard to chew. So I was like
Oh my
panicked. I was
God.
like, I have got to go, dude. I'm already late. Another huge spoonful of like what beef jerky or whatever this shit is. And so, oh my God, what if? Yeah, I woke up just like, oh, thank God, I'm not late to go anywhere. I could take my time eating whatever I'm gonna eat for breakfast today.
Oh, I think we're back. We lagged for a second. But yeah, my little brother's a big time sleepwalker. One time he fell down the stairs and then he yelled my name and then the whole and woke up the whole house and people were like they thought I was fighting him, but I wasn't. He
What's your
was just
problem?
sleepwalking.
You got framed.
Yeah.
Should we kill sleepwalkers? Is it a sign of witchcraft? Guys, comment down below.
Oh, if it's a woman, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything a man can do to be a sign of witchcraft?
Oh, maybe what's something? Oh, if you're good with numbers, if you do like
Oh, we're in the clear. Okay.
yeah, if you're like well, if you carry the hypometry.
Pablo just hates autistic people. Any of the good math autistic people. Pablo's like, yep, get that guy into a camp. Oh my God.
Do you know that guy Squid on TikTok?
It sounds familiar, but I don't know off the top of my head now.
He's like I love him. He's the most finance bro. He's the broiest finance bro in the world.
Okay.
He lives in Miami. He owns a brand called Squid House, Haus, and they sell like workout clothes. And his big thing is like his TikTok account. He's documenting his business. And he actually had big TikToks a couple of years back where he's like, here's the ultimate comeback method. You're good. Do you know that? And he'd do like frat boy comebacks
I'm sorting his shit by popular.
Yeah, to use to pwn people.
I've never seen this guy before.
Here's the you're good method. If people are like messing with you at the bar and they're trying to tear you down and make fun of you, just be like, you're good. And they'll be pissed and stuff like that. And he used to invent a ton of methods, but now his page is documenting his business, and it just seems like things are always going poorly, and all the comments are so mean to him. They're like I've been waiting on you to fail. And he also has another psychotic, different finance guy who's like a nepo baby. Who it's like Ethan Klein and Hassan, but worse. Like he's pumping out like 50. He's been pumping out like 50 videos a day about him for like 2 years now. It's one of the most insane things ever. But this dude, he only popped up recently because of the Trump like stock market or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, this is actually got to be good because short-term losses got to be big in the future, and this actually doesn't affect me. And all the comments are like, Bozo, you're done.
You're good. Hey, you're good. You're good, pal.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we really are Great Depression maxing, that guy will be a hobo eating beans in the rail yard within like 8 months. And so I've been reading the Jack Kerouac's On the Road lately. It's a book about a guy who was like hitchhiking around the country in the 50s and the 60s, I think. It romanticizes that life so hard. He was like, today I walked in the sunshine for 6 hours and ate a bunch of grapes I found on the side of the road. And yeah, then I got drunk.
Shoes?
Yeah, he has shoes.
Is he getting blisters on his toes?
I don't think so. He's not complaining about him if he is, but old people were way tougher than we were, so.
Maybe it's the shoes these days. I had to get good. I'm a very cheap shoe guy. When I go into the store to buy shoes,
You
I go to
shouldn't
the
be.
cheapest section.
You should splurge. Anything that stands between you and the ground, you should spend an adequate amount of money on. So like you in a bed, You in shoes, you have to spend money on that stuff.
Yeah, and there was, because I'm a cheap shoe guy, 2 summers ago, it was just like my toe was like entirely blisters. It was crazy. Yeah, and then I had to invest in good shoes. But
One time, I used to wear a pair of like regular. So my method used to be Chuck Taylors, buy a new pair every year, wear them till they're falling apart. And they have new Chucks now. They're called Chuck 70s, and they're better made with like thicker soles and everything. And so I don't have to buy a new pair every year. This was before that. And so I was right at like the end. It was the middle of summer, and I was like, almost time for a new pair. I can feel like the stones beneath my feet when I'm walking and shit. These are thin shoes. And I got off work one day, and I drove by the basketball court, and there were some guys playing that I knew, and so I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Quick, calm little couple of games, and then I'll go home. A little Bill Russell action in my Chuck Taylors. The entire bottom of my foot pretty much came off with blisters. I got home, and I was like, damn, I'm feeling tight right now. These are hurting a little bit. And then I took them off, and I was just like, oh, I can't walk for a couple days. I'm calling in tomorrow.
I wonder if how high do Bird and Magic scale up if they had better shoes, because I've never worn those shoes that they had. But
I
people
can't
say
imagine they're good.
people say they were really bad, and like the original Jordan shoes that he said like his feet bleed in if he played in them, the '85 ones or whatever, the Into the Spider-Verse ones.
Yeah. What's up, Danger?
What's up, Danger?
Like, what's up, Danger? Shout out to Shamik Moore. I just saw an interview from the Sinners movie where Haley Steinfeld.
Oh no!
She was giggling with Michael B. Jordan, and they were calling it the flirting versus harassment meme.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is he in that too? She needs to stop working.
Hey, can you just vet scripts where he's already on board, please? I don't want to do any more of those.
That's a scary movie, right? Are they like
yeah?
vampires
There's like it's like vampires. It's like, what if white people were vampires? And yeah, I think. Well, that's what I get from the trailer.
I'm not gonna go see that. Why watch a movie where I'm the villain and they hate me for
You're
no
not
reason?
white. You're Jewish.
I'm Irish.
I'm Irish. Hey, if we're really Great Depression maxing,
Oh, can we go back to
Bohemians and Irish people are not white anymore. Write it down, everybody.
What is Bohemian? I saw
it's
a kid say that in a video the other day.
It's like a section of Europe. It's let me Google it. It's different than the Balkans. I know that. I think Bohemian is like, what?
I saw a kid trying this food, and he's like, "You probably thought I was 14. I'm 12, and I'm actually the best. I'm number one nationally ranked fighter here. I'm taijutsu master, or not."
Okay, so
like that.
countries. It looks like. Until 1948, Bohemia was an administrative unit of Czechoslovakia as one of its lands. So it's like Czechoslovakia, a little bit of Germany. It used to be like a huge, a bigger empire, I guess. I mean, it didn't everything at one point, but yeah. So, yeah, I guess like German and Czech people, and some Slavs, I guess. But yeah, pretty much everything that like English guys hated in 1915.
I knew one dude from the Czech Republic who somehow grew up to be an American Confederacy supporter.
I love that. I love when someone finds community, no matter what.
I guess so. Do they only reenact the Civil War?
What do you want? Do you want to do Vietnam?
What other wars we got?
Korean War, Vietnam. We could do Iraq. We could do.
Are there people like laying in trenches and stuff?
For like World War One?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. But if you serious flex in that community, there's probably a guy who has like an old biplane, and he gets to like break it out to be like, oh, this was the plane they were flying. Something like that. Which in World War One, you probably thought God wanted you dead if a plane flew overhead.
Yeah, I would. It'd be smart to think that.
As opposed to what?
Oh, just what are the reasons? I feel like that's a smart guy. Like if first time you see a plane overhead and it's dropping weapons, is dropping bombs on you, I think it's smart to think that's God.
Yeah. I mean, I think everything's God in some manner or another.
Not girls though. That's the devil.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Damn, so is the devil a lady then? Because they always call her a him in the Bible, I think.
Well, no, because a girl would never threaten a man like God.
Okay, so girls are the devil, but the devil is a boy.
Yep.
Okay. None of this makes any sense to me.
Because you're a peasant and you're not shorting the stock market like me. So
I'm shorting I'm not spending.
obviously we're on a couple different levels here.
Okay. Alright. Well, that's fine, I guess. I guess I'll just walk along the road and eat grapes where I find them. Seems like a pretty sick
Yeah.
life in this book.
Do you have to know what's poison and what you can eat or not? Does this
Well,
guy
to
know
like
that?
go find a mushroom. But this is like, I'm in California, I'm in wine country. There's literally a grape farm right here. I'm stealing some grapes.
I can't imagine how sick it was to be a ancient person, but you like spawned in Santa Barbara or something, and it's just 70 degrees every day.
70
and you're
degrees.
Like, God, this is awesome. And there's no fishing boats they're dumping poop in your waters or anything.
Yep. Kawhi Leonard, you don't no concept of him.
Oh, never mind. Take me back.
Take me back. I want to be with Kawhi. What are we at? 21? All right, you want to get into it?
Yeah, 21. Vine. Only Viners know.
21. It's crazy how if that came out
know.
now, like 40% of Twitter would be like, "Yep, that's black people doing math for you."
Oh shoot, yeah, they'd be, yeah. I saw YouTube removed gender inclusivity from hate speech or something like that.
What?
They did something where they're like, more racism here. Let's get some more hate in here.
Well, we don't want that. So what should we say on the record to say we're anti-racism and pro-gender inclusivity?
Let's town square. All of the social media owners, town square.
Get them in town square, and we'll give them a stern talking to.
Get them in town square. We'll be talking to them.
Yeah,
sure.
We'll be talking to them. I'm sure people
that'll
were
be
talking.
Part of what's going on.
People were talking to Mussolini at the end there. I'm sure.
They were. You ever seen the conversation between the Pirate King and Ask D question?
No, no spoilers.
No, this is literally the first scene of One Piece where he's like, "Your treasure, where is it? Or is it real?" Yeah,
that's Ask D question.
That's what they call him. They call him Ask D question because the whole show doesn't happen without him.
Damn, that's true. Today I had to explain what Baka meant to Isaac. Baka, and so by extension he was a Baka. Yada. All right, you want to do the Cavs?
Yeah.
The Cavs 3-1 in their last 4. They beat the Knicks.
Wait, is Isaac an anime guy?
No, he somehow watched all of Attack on Titan and no other anime.
Oh, is he a dark guy? Is he a gore guy?
I don't think so. He doesn't give off those like I'm confused. That's such an insane starter to me. Like,
well, that is like a legit show. Like it's like story wise, I feel like
I know.
I feel like that is a good starter anime for some people.
For me, it would not have been. I don't feel like it's very representative of like that much of the genre that I've watched, at least. It's pretty fantastical, but I like it when A, things are a little bit lighter, and B, things are a little bit more out there. Like
I think it's easier for people because like really the weirdest thing you're gonna get is just the Titans' bodies themselves and like the absence of genitals, but you're not getting like a lot of the bizarre fan service and like
I will say it's incredible about that. If literally any other people made Attack on, like there would be a big boob Titan, and you would see her like once every 3 episodes.
Yeah, there's the female Titan, and I saw a video the other day on YouTube or YouTube Shorts, and it was like What if a male ate the female Titan? He'd probably be female. In
Woke
the Titan family.
Titan. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I'd support that.
But yeah, there's no like older brother who's into the younger sisters or reverse dynamic going on in that show. So
Yeah.
it's pretty normal as far as
I guess I've just gotten so good at like that's rookie Darius Garland to me. When an anime does that,
okay.
I'm just like, not canon. Get out of my
Yeah.
face.
You know about Bungo Stray Dogs?
No. Do you know about Gambo?
It's a show about superpowered detective agency fighting the port mafia, and all their powers are like based off like literary or passages. Like that's how they name the powers and stuff. Like one of the main guys is his power is called No Longer Human, and his name is Dazai, and that's like a famous author stuff. But it's a pretty good show. But I don't like go around recommending it because there is like a dynamic like that. It's like awesome, cool, superpowered detective show. Plus, there's two detectives in the agency that are siblings, and it's very bizarre.
It's a crow lady versus teleporting guy kind of dynamic in JJK. I don't remember. Wee Wee is
Oh,
the
yeah.
the boy's name, but I don't remember the big axe chick's name.
Yeah, May.
That's not canon. That's what I'm saying. I fucking phased it out. It's not there. Cavs 3-1 last four. They beat the Knicks, the Clippers, the Spurs. They lost to the Pistons. You know it is canon.
Wait, do we get a new timestamp? 26 for him?
God, you're such a stickler for the rules.
I'm just a man for the people.
Hey, Jared Allen, baby, that's what's canon. Jared Allen's last four games, 21 points, 10 rebounds on 85% shooting. Against the Spurs, he had 29 points and 15 rebounds on 10 of 11 from the field. Against the Clippers, he had 25 points, 12 rebounds on 11 of 12 from the field. And against the Knicks, he had 21 points and 8 rebounds on 10 of 11 from the field. So 3 missed shots over those 3 games. Pretty cool.
The only thing I have is that they signed Chuma Okiki for their final roster spot, and now I'm searching the lobbyist requests. The Big Cheese, TBC. Cavs signed
Nice.
Chuma Okiki. Just give us the trophy now, TBC. Let's see. Is there anyone?
Any
I
other
think that's
Cavs?
I think that's the only one. When I go through and search Cav, I think that's the only other people. Yeah,
Okay. Celtics?
Celtics.
22
Is this the
minutes.
last week before the playoffs? Right? I hope so.
I don't think so, because there's a full week
Oh.
off. There's a full week off for the play-in tournament.
Oh well. When's the regular season end though?
Let me see. When does NBA regular season end? April 13th. So we have 9 days left.
Oh shoot! One last job.
One last
final
job. The Celtics, they got trolled by the Heat epic style, and Joe Mazzulla rage quit and cleared the bench with 5 minutes left in a competitive game. They're 3-1 in their last 4. They beat the Suns, the Spurs, the Grizzlies. They lost to the Heat, and that's all I wrote down for them.
They swept a 6-game road trip for the first time in franchise history when they beat the Grizzlies. How is that the first time? That's crazy. Considering they won 1 trillion games back in the good old days.
Yeah.
They got 26 from Horford against Memphis. He's rounding into form right at the right time. But yeah, they had a bunch of guys out versus Miami. Peyton Pritchard signed with Converse. He's literally Larry Bird reincarnated.
Nice. He has to play in the bad shoes now, so his career is pretty much over.
Remember when Kyrie thought the wood from the like retro Bucks court was made with wood from the 70s?
How is that safe?
It's not safe. I don't want to play.
Oh, poor guy.
Even if it was, like, has there been a drop off? I don't know. Derek White just became the Celtics' all-time single-season three-point champion. He making his 246th three-pointer of the season, breaking the 8-year-old record of
Uh, from the Celtics 8 years ago?
Yep. Who made
Ray Allen.
the most 3-pointers? Nope.
8 years, what is this? 2025. So is that 2017?
Circa.
Oh, shoot. Is it Kyrie?
Nope.
Shit. Is it Marcus Smart?
Nope.
Jayson Tatum?
Nope.
Fuck. There's a shooter that's just gonna, I don't know. Who is it?
Isaiah Thomas.
The king in the fourth. Oh,
The king
my
in the
God.
fourth.
King in the fourth.
And honestly, though, Tatum is right behind him, and Pritchard's right behind him. He's 7 ahead of Tatum and 9 ahead of Pritchard.
Yeah, we got a couple of those this week where it's like the historical achievement, the first player to do all these 3-pointers, and I'm like, hey, we're just taking more, guys. That's all this is.
Yeah.
That's all this is. But it's still cool. For the people that I
Yeah.
wrote it down for, it's canon and impressive. But for Derek White, he's a dumb loser idiot. So it is what it is.
Did you hear Jaylen Brown and Porzingis kissed?
No.
So they have a little combo nickname, right? Cookies and cream. And
Okay.
a reporter asked them if they have any more good cookies and cream stories, any funny stories. And they looked at each other, they started laughing, and then Porzingis said that he and Jaylen have one story they're taking to the grave that they can't tell anybody. So they were kissing for sure.
Damn. You should watch White Lotus Season 3. Something exactly like that happens.
Oh, I will eventually, but I hope.
2 dudes kiss, and it's crazy.
I think I've been spoiled on a little bit more of the circumstances. That's all I'll say. And then J.D. Davison
Okay.
won
The vice
G League
president?
MVP. No. This is the Celtics G League point guard.
The guy
via
from
Alabama.
rural West Virginia? He'll never accomplish anything, much less G League MVP. His mom took
Wait.
Percocet.
That guy was a liberal, wasn't he?
No. He's one of the most conservative men alive. He told
Oh.
Obama...
to stick it.
he told Obama that's communism.
What is?
Obama.
Just all of it? All
That's
Obama
what he
himself?
said. And so that's a testament. Because liberals were cool with Obama.
25, 5, and 7, and 1.5 steals per game as the Maine Celtics finished 21 and 13.
Nice.
Just one game back of the best record in the G League. I think they won. I think them and OKC are. One of them won last year. And I think the Maine Red Claws did
Every
win.
day when I mean
That's
it's
a cool team name, Maine Red Claws.
Maine Red Claws. What about Maine White Claws? Brought to you by White Claw Seltzer. Is that what the Nelk Boys have? Is Happy Dad Seltzer?
Maybe they have their own. I'm assuming, or they're partnering with somebody, but they're making big money moves. I would not want to be a fly on the wall on the Nelk Boys' office today. I know they're upset with the
Dave
stocks.
Portnoy. Accidentally hilarious moment from Dave Portnoy. I just saw like a random video of him on my timeline today of him just going, Trump's tariffs got everything all out of whack. I'm down $7 million.
I saw that too. Yeah.
What an idiot. Oh, that made me... Hey, silver lining, you know? I guess that's kind of how all of society is functioning right now. As long as somebody is getting hit worse than I am, everyone can be happy. And that's it's kind of the conceit that everybody's doing right now.
Yeah, and as long as Joe Mazzulla is the ecom, I can be happy.
Didn't he
won
call it a stupid award?
Yeah, that doesn't take away that he is the ecom, the Eastern Conference, or is it Ecom? Eastern Conference Coach of the Month.
Ecom? Ecom?
Ecodum, if you throw in the T.
Ecodum. All right. Do we have any lobbyist requests for the Celtics?
Let's check this out. Let's do Control F, Celt. All right. As we get this, and this is from El Queso Grande.
Sí.
As we get a little closer to the playoffs and we have a good idea of what the play-in looks like in the East, what team would match up the best against Boston in a 7-game series Or what team would you want to see them play in the first round? -EQG. Okay, so grande.
The Bucks would be fun. If the Bucks just fell one more spot, that would be fun. But I don't think they will. Who else is in the running? Let me see these standings real quick. So right now they would play the Magic in the first round. Pretty much no chance the Magic win that. Or even really make it competitive, just because the math disparity there. Even if Paolo averages like 35 on good efficiency, there's
Gary Harris will be dropping zeros for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'd want to see them play the Hawks. The Hawks would be fun again. I feel like they've had a couple memorable-ish first game series against the Hawks, where it's like, hey, Dyson Daniels, get him at Tatum, and then you kind of just let Trey cook, and he shoots 40% from the field and 30% from three, but he has a couple, clutch games or whatever that are interesting. I think that could be fun.
I think the only matchup that could be interesting is if the Bucks somehow fell. I don't even know if this is possible, but if they fell and then Lillard came back and it was like, oh my God, they're normal Bucks.
I don't even think so. They would have to fall 2 spots because they're above the Pistons now. Oh, my nose itches. Oh God.
George Lucas, and looking at his profile picture, it's the George Lucas. It's the guy.
All right,
George.
Read it in his voice then. He sounds like this.
Oh God, I don't know. I can't do that. I'm not. Well, and Star Wars isn't political, so I don't. Yeah. If Porzingis isn't healthy for the conference finals or NBA finals, could the Celtics realistically beat the Cavs and/or Thunder, 2 teams with front courts that can play 2 bigs in a series with an Al Horford, Luke Cornett center rotation? Why or why not?
They could beat the Cavs.
Yeah, I have doubts that Luke Cornett will be playing.
Oh, he'll be playing.
I don't think Luke Cornett will show up that much in the playoffs at all.
What do you mean? If Porzingis isn't there, you don't think he'll play at all? They'll just fucking run the small ball shit?
I mean, he was there last year.
Yeah, but he's better now. They've worked him into the rotation.
He's like 30. I don't know.
You're
I'm not
so
a big
anti-white. I hate you.
I'm not a big Luke Cornett believer. But I mean, as we saw in the finals, Tatum is great at the 4, and he can guard guys like Derek Lively.
Yeah.
So, he could guard Chet if you needed to, right? Yeah, him on Chet and Horford
I think probably, yeah,
on Hardenstein. The Cav
the problem is also that if Shea just started torching them, he's the guy I like most to throw at Shea, and so then you do kind of get some funky spots where it's like, I guess you could try Jaylen Brown on Shea first or whatever if Derek White and Drew Holiday aren't working. But, yeah.
Yeah, but if Hardenstein's standing at the rim, then it's an ultimate life hack because then Tatum is the rim protector. He rotates over and he swats Shea into oblivion.
So that's for America. Those are the tariffs into effect. And then Shea's like, oh, no, eh?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I lost the NBA Finals.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
And how would you feel? Can Tatum do what he did to Lively to Jarrett Allen?
Yeah, probably. Maybe not to the same extent, but yeah, probably. Because Jarrett Allen's smaller and everything, and so it's just like it's possible.
Yeah, he maybe has a little bit more of a floater game, but that's not offense I love.
I just, regardless of what happens, I think the Celtics could get it to a point where the Cavs are like, maybe we see what this looks like without Jarrett Allen. Maybe we run some other stuff out there.
So in conclusion, I'm not a Cornette believer, but I'm a believer in Horford and Tatum's big man defense, and I think they'll probably be fine. But I would definitely prefer Porzingis to be healthy.
That's good water.
Let's see. I searched Boston. Or I searched Celtics. Now let's search Boston.
Okay. This is I mean, Jesus Christ, this is the least efficient. If we miss
Okay.
yours today, I'm sorry, guys. I let Pablo run it. That's on me.
All right. That's all for Boston,
This
folks.
is like planned ineptitude, That's what men do, and that's what you're doing.
Well, some men build dams, and then we look
When the
in the
fuck
future
have
and
you
we
ever
say,
built a dam?
well, I'm doing dam adjacent building. I'm doing stuff that's
What are you building?
adjacently important. Building community full of people, full of like-minded basketball folk. So,
That is a lot like a dam. We lagged. Don't worry about it. Don't bring it
oh,
up. Don't say anything.
but
We're done.
Oh, okay.
The Knicks. 3-1.
I just think it's funny.
I just think it's funny how the Knicks are 3-1 in their last 4. They beat the Bucks, the Blazers, the Sixers. They lost to the Cavs. They had a good first half against the Cavs, with no Brunson. They were like tied going into halftime, and then just got away from them. That's not a game I expect them to win, but it was cool to see them be competitive. Brunson likely to return this weekend. Hit 65 games played. That's the report that I saw. And then Carmelo Anthony, Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Congrats, Carmelo. Woo!
So you would think two nerds, we don't like Carmelo Anthony. How do you feel about him?
Well, it's all relative. I like him, but I'm not. I
can never have a conversation with a different person who likes him, but I do like him.
Yeah. Like he's cool. He wasn't better than anyone who was good.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We don't need to have any conversations about how good he was. I like Carmelo Anthony a lot. He was very talented. I saw something. So the thing that conservatives are running with now is that a white kid got stabbed at a track meet. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
The guy who stabbed him was named Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, with a K, right?
Yeah. Tough. I mean, a big up and down weekend for the name Carmelo Anthony then, I guess.
Yeah, and there's more Carmelo Anthony news with a different team in here. Stay tuned, guys.
Oh.
Little tease.
Oh, wait. No, that's for the Nuggets. I don't know what you're referencing then at that point.
But OG continues to play really well. He had a great game against the Cavs.
Okay.
DeLon Wright's looking like a good pickup. He's looking pretty spry. There was one play where he did a cool behind the head pass. He's been racking up assists. He's been smacking threes. Is good news. Shams were said on the Pat McAfee show. The Knicks and Kevin Durant had serious mutual interest at February's trade deadline.
Nice.
What's going on there?
Kevin Durant might want to play for the Knicks.
How are they going to get him? Give up on Bridges?
Give up on Towns.
On Towns?
Yep.
That'd be a little rough.
Devin Booker, here's your friend back. And then Devin Booker's like, yay! And then they win, 45
And then
games.
they get D'Angelo Russell.
Nice.
That's the trio. Mitchell Robinson, we got a couple birthday news. Mitchell Robinson dropped 14 and 14 on his birthday. And Walt Frazier turned, how old
100.
do you think he is? 80.
Oh, damn. Sorry, Walt. Sorry,
Will. Wow, it's literally Nico Harrison in the Steph Curry meeting. So we got one from...
Imagine Steph walks into the meeting and they have a presentation ready for Wilt Chamberlain 40 years after he's retired.
A dead guy.
He's like, oh, hey, we know you scored 100. We're about to give you 100% of our effort. Oh, I thought you were Wilt Chamberlain.
We've got your very own size 27, 14 shoe. Whatever Steph Curry.
Oh my God.
Sam Slippery Fetus K said the Knicks needed a defensive center. What trade can they pull off to achieve
Kevin Durant.
this? They should move off of either Mikal or OG because the defensive gap at center is far more damaging than losing an elite wing stopper. I could be wrong, but the Knicks' ceiling is limited in this way. I don't know if there's a rim protector that warrants trading one of those guys because it'd have to be a pretty high level guy for it to be worth it.
Well, I mean, if you could get a guy for McHale, I would entertain it. I hesitate to do sunk cost at this point where it's like, well, we gave up all those picks. They're gone. So if you could upgrade
would you do him for Jared Allen?
Yes.
Could be epic for both. It's a definitely sunk cost.
Yeah, I would do it for Jared Allen. No question. That would be cool. OG, different. Because I think OG is considerably better. And you would just be changing your weakness if you could swap out OG Anunoby for like a high-level rim protector. And the weakness would matter less, but yeah, I really like OG. I think he's still an incredible defender. So I think if you put the framework around him and Hart and a good rim protector could run some cool defenses.
And if he's on the team, maybe he starts dating Anne Hathaway and she shows up to more of the games. So,
I love Anne Hathaway.
So write that down, guys. Brunson Burner, what's up, fellas? I feel like no one is talking about the Knicks' groundbreaking additions of P.J. Tucker and fellow lobbyist and ally of the resistance, DeLon Wright. The Cavs will be cooked when the Knicks bench goes on a Miami Heat-esque playoff run. Parentheses, please, somebody kill me. I can't take it anymore.
Well, we're not going to do that. But I'm sorry you're upset. DeLon Wright, thank you for the money. You should pay more. You're a professional athlete.
Well, no, that wasn't DeLon Wright. He just said.
Well, I'm just talking to DeLon right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hero of the resistance. What are you resisting in New York? You're part of the swamp.
Are you resisting saving money living there? Jeez.
Nah.
Well, they do have the communist mayor guy, so maybe they're resisting. I want to pay $8 for a bag of chips. It's important to me that my chips are $10.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Chicago elected a guy who's supposed to be pretty progressive, and now he's putting in speed cameras all around the city. So it's like crap.
I'm thinking speed guns, and so when you run the red light, it kills you.
Our coffers are low. What do we do? Take it out of the police budget? No, let's put in traps for the poor.
It's an institution. You go to Chicago, see the police, and it's like, whoa, this really is Chirac. I'm scared. And it's like you're downtown in the middle. It's broad daylight. What's going to happen? It's like, I'm scared. It's Chicago.
I won't stop until there's camera flashes at every light in the city. I'm sure that'll be good. I'm sure that's good for people.
All right. I like it.
Get the Knicks out of here.
Get them out of my face. 47. Who's after the Knicks? The Pacers? 3-1 in their last 4. They beat the Hornets, the Kings, the Wizards. They lost to the Thunder. Tyrese Halliburton passed Chris Paul for the most games in NBA history with 20 points, 10 assists, and 0 turnovers. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Siakam turned 31. Another birthday guy.
Old ass.
Yeah, they're pretty hot right now. The Pacers. They've won 3 of 4 and 8 of 10. Neesmith had 24 on Sacramento. Obi had a big March. Over 17 games, he's 12-4-2, 70% true shooting, 46% from 3. And Jarris Walker's finally getting some minutes. He's starting to make some threes, so they might have some interesting guys off the bench.
The only player in the NBA in the 50-40-90 club right now plays for the Pacers. Do you know who it is?
In the 50-40-90 club, it's not Ben Shepherd because he's not shooting very well.
No.
It's not TJ, is it?
No. Hell no.
Is it Mathurin?
Nope.
Is it Nemhard?
Nope.
Is it Halliburton?
No.
Is it Siakam?
No.
Is it Miles Turner?
No.
Is it Aaron Neesmith?
Yeah, Aaron Neesmith, 50-40-90 club, baby.
I'm literally Carson right now. I'm literally him.
We're going to do that 10 more times and then call it a day.
Imagine we just did a Nerd Sesh video in the same format, but it's the full like 10 minutes long on TikTok, and it's all just to get one guess, like who is the Knicks all-time leading steals guy? And it's just me naming names without interruption, wrong for 10 minutes until you get to the right. Is it Pablo Prigioni? No.
No.
Is it Jason Kidd? No.
That's good. That's a good idea. I like that. I like that. Let's tuck that one away for the off season.
Yeah, tuck it into your anus. Riley. Since December 9th, the Pacers are 35-15. This is a guy.
That was a crazy thing to say to Riley.
Suck it, Riley. So this guy, this is from their subreddit. This guy wrote, since December 9th, the Pacers are 35-15. If we had played at this pace since the beginning of the season, we'd be 53-23 right now, and on pace for a 57-58 win season. We were 10-15, and so they really started off 10-15. That's crazy. After losing to the Hornets on the 8th, and this record included losses to teams like Philly without Embiid and Paul George, Orlando twice, New Orleans, and the Hornets twice, once by 20, Toronto and the Nets. So
damn,
they really stunk it up at the beginning of the year.
You guys used to stink butt ass.
Yeah, that was when Halliburton was a fraud. So
yeah, crap. I had a bit, but it's gone. So I guess that's it for the Pacers.
Well, we got a lobbyist request. The Order (parentheses formerly friend of the pod). Whoa, wait, that used to be his name, or he's
He's an enemy now. I'm scared.
Wait, his profile picture's Isaac. Huh, what's going on here?
Okay. Hey, thanks for the money if it's him, but if it's not, you're a little bit funky, buddy. You're a little weird.
Okay. He said, who do you think would be victorious in a playoff series, the Pistons or the Pacers? Personally, I think the Pacers mop Cade in them, but I'd want to know what advantages y'all think the Pistons have. Also, if Beef Stew makes fun of Miles Turner's Lego collections again, my fellow Paces will insert him. I always forget. Is it Paces or?
It's
Paces.
Pacists.
Yeah, we'll insert him into the femur breaker under Gainbridge.
Oh.
Dash the order of Pacism. And, so there's some replies to this, but I'll read them after. So
okay.
I do think they'd beat the Pistons. I think they just far more depth and and they have experience from last year.
Far more depth. The math probably goes in their favor, just in terms of like threes volume, where it's like the Pistons they're running out, Ron Holland and Asar Thompson and Jalen Duren, and it's like, okay, well, I get that Malik Beasley rocks, but this should probably matter at some point. And Cade, which we'll get to, he's missed 5 straight games. I don't know if he'll be tippy-top shape come playoff time. And if the Pacers just refuse to fight, they will probably have a serious advantage over the Pistons. I feel like the Pistons, if they can like drag you down into the mud a little bit, that's good for them. But if you're just like, hey, I have no enemies, I'm just here to hoop Isaiah Stewart.
But that is not how the Pacers are.
Yeah, Miles Turner's like, Legos are cool, and it's like, no, you need to embrace that Legos are lame and you don't care. That's how you beat this. It's not that you're never gonna convince Isaiah Stewart that you should try it sometime. It's fun. It's relaxing. That'll never work.
Bwomp replied, he said, unfortunately, with the right scheme drawn up to stop Cade, the Pacers would fare well. Schroeder, Sasser, Asar, Beasley, THJ, anyone who gets tasked with shot creation outside of Cade lacks
short for
the
the
chops.
hand job. The hand job. And then he was like stealing. I don't know. He'd have to play a different style of basketball, but it's something we should tuck away for now.
Anyone who gets tasked with shot creation outside of Cade lacks the chops to do so consistently and at a playoff level. And And then the order replied. He said, "Agreements from the order, Bwomp. Let a rotation of Aaron Neesmith and Andrew Nemhard feast on his soul. We're also putting up Looney Tunes-esque bear traps in the short mid-range."
Oh, okay.
Everyone is signing their comments. That boy nice TM expert said, "The order you are absolutely cooking with the bear trap idea. Perhaps a cartoonish cardboard box with a stick to trap him when the outside 3-point line would prove effective. Worth considering, like this." And then he did dash TB.
Yeah,
and
none of that shit's funny. Dash TBE or whatever, that's hilarious.
And then stupendous idea, that boy nice expert. Not only could the boxes trap him, he'll probably launch a few turnovers into them as well. The order paces him, ponders your knowledge gratefully. It's just psychotic things happening on
I like it. I like it. We've gotten a bunch of insane people to give us $5, and with any luck, they'll keep doing it.
Now I'm searching Indiana, and nothing's coming up. So hopefully
it's not real. It's devoid. You can't look it up.
Oh.
Yep.
I think we're okay.
All right. Then you want to keep it pushing?
Yeah.
The Bucks, 2-2 in their last 4. They beat the 76ers, the Suns. They lost to the Hawks and the Knicks. What time are we at? 55? Bucks. Giannis, nuclear bomb of a game against the 76ers. They're gonna make a Godzilla of Milwaukee in 50 years.
Oh, where's he come from?
He comes from a big vat of beer and cheese.
Are they on the lake? I don't even know.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm not.
I'm gonna go on Google Maps on my phone.
All right.
Who can relate, guys? That moment when someone brings up a geography question, you pull out Google Maps, smash that like button if you relate.
More like Poogle Craps. This
No.
message brought to you by Apple Maps gang.
Oh, do you use Apple Maps?
I just use whatever is on my phone. So I think that is Apple Maps. Yeah.
Okay, they're on the lake. They're on.
Okay. So
they're
yeah,
on Lake
yeah,
Michigan.
big Greek lizard comes climbing.
Oh, is he Greek? Oh, Giannis is Greek. Okay.
The original Godzilla is Greek. Godzilla! Oppa! And he's like destroying buildings and shit. No, yeah, big Greek lizard comes climbing out of the lake, and it's not a big deal until he gets a hold of like cheese curds and beer, and he's able to gain weight. He's like a skinny lizard at first, but then he gets huge, and it's like, oh shit! And then I don't know.
Reverse Sakamoto.
Huh?
Like reverse Sakamoto.
Yeah, well, I mean, that did happen to Sakamoto as well. He got fat over the course because he got a family and he chilled down. But, yeah, I don't think when Godzilla fights, he slims down or anything.
But he's more powerful, bigger.
Is Sakamoto more powerful when he's fatter? I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I'm saying he's reverse. He's better when he's skinny, but Godzilla better when he's bigger.
Nice. Okay, I get where you come from. Giannis.
He's the first guy to ever have 35, 17, and 20.
Yes, it's weird. It's a technicality because Jokic has had.
He had 31.
Well, no, he's had 35, 20, and 17 before. But he's had 20 rebounds and 17 assists. And Giannis finished with 35 points, 20 assists, 17 rebounds on 73% true shooting. Crazy game. Why aren't more people talking about this? That's been my entire timeline today. It's like, what? Why aren't people talking about this? And it's like, if everyone just talked about it instead of saying that, we wouldn't have to have this conversation. You guys, you have to be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah, guys on Twitter, take a break from posting fights, from posting murders, from posting dudes. Post some Giannis. 23 down, 2 to go. Free the people's champ. Free BP.
Free BP. Free oil, baby.
And then, Shams is saying that he's still saying Lillard thinks he's going to return soon. The guard is hopeful that he could be cleared for full contact practice in the next week or week and a half. And he's already begun doing some light workouts. Nice. So I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, I copied and pasted this. So per Shams, ESPN has the website has the injury listed at 7 to 10 days. Dame is hopeful he could return. And Shams said Lillard's blood clot was identified early and he began treatment before he was officially diagnosed. Additionally, the guard has been going to weekly doctor appointments and the clot has already decreased in size, leaving doctors, quote, encouraged. I don't know shit about medicine, obviously. Listen to a doctor.
I know a lot, but carry on.
What? Okay, I'll circle back to that. I don't know shit about medicine. I think you should listen to doctors at every possible opportunity. But it makes me nervous when it's like, hey, this usually takes 6 months. 2 week turnaround for this guy. We're bringing him back. And I obviously want him to be okay and everything. I would rather he be okay than play postseason basketball. But if he can be okay, and we can get Giannis and Dame in the playoffs, that would be cool. I would like that a lot.
All he has to do is cut out seed oils.
Okay, so I was going to... Yeah, no, you know a lot about medicine. From Robert F. Kennedy Jr. or from something else?
From just a lot. I've seen first couple seasons, Grey's Anatomy. I've seen... I know a lot. I've seen
The Pit, so it's newer. I know more.
I've seen Naruto. There's a lot of healing jutsus in there. I've seen Lost. Jack's what is his name? I forget his last name.
Jack Niehoff?
Jack from Lost. No.
Yeah, that's his name. I just
But
Googled it.
No, you're trying to get me. If I say it, it sounds like something else. Then that gets plastered on the Duke college forums, and then I'm the laughingstock of Duke. So I'm not gonna do that again. But the Bucks fans are done with Doc. There a lot of angry Doc posting.
I mean, what the fuck? Someone should go get Vogel this offseason. I mean, I think... Would they be... What?
Every team angry with their coach, posted about Taylor Jenkins being fired. And they're like,
nice.
Could be our guy.
Could be our guy. I hope he goes to like Portland or Washington. I don't want him to walk in the door and be like, gun to your head, win us a championship. Otherwise, shit's gonna get dicey.
I want a gun. I want a gun to his head, regardless of team success.
Why? Why are you so negative all the time?
I'm just Joe Mazzulla pilled, so I think that'll make him do better.
How the fuck would anybody perform better under those circumstances? Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna come to your house and point one at you, and we'll see how you podcast.
Okay. I might be busy that day then.
Yeah. Hey! Don't run now.
I never run. I walk. When I do Control F Bucks, nothing's coming up.
Okay. Well, they got no motion in the Patreon then.
Shoot.
But there's probably someone typed out a full-length novel starting with coming from the Cheesy Cream City Beer Brigade here. We're coming to ask you, what do you think Kyle Kuzma's ceiling is in the playoffs? It's not good. So yeah, if we missed you, a cream cheesy city beer brigade person, I'm sorry about that.
Should I do Control F Cream?
Yeah, try that, because there's the guy who's like, fellow creamers.
It's just Najee Peach Cream.
Marshall. Okay, cool. Let's keep it pushing then. Motherfucking Bucks, Pistons, Les Pistons. What did they do? 2-2 this week. They beat the Spurs and the Cavs. They lost to the Wolves and the Thunder. Cade, 5 straight games, missed with a calf injury. The idea of worrying has occurred to me. I'm not worrying, but now I'm thinking about worrying. So we'll just keep an eye on it.
All right. Yeah, they got in a big fight with the Timberwolves.
You call that a fight? Back in my day, that was
the bad
a
boys.
freaking ballet dance. Back in my day.
Nice, but yeah, it got. So when they played OKC, there was no Cade, there was no Holland, there was no Sasser, there was no Stu. So that's literally not a canon loss. So if everyone's healthy, maybe they beat OKC. Some are saying.
Okay.
When I search Pistons, my girl, Adam Boudreaux, Pistons. My
Oh.
girlfriend wants to know, why did the Pistons used to be cool and now they're not? What happened to Dennis Rodman?
I accidentally muted I couldn't hear you for the whole back half of that.
God.
Why did the Pistons used to be cool? Then what?
And now they're not? And what happened to Dennis Rodman?
Who the fuck says they're not cool?
Well, they're not cool. They used to be one of the coolest teams. Now they're not.
I would say they're coming back around.
This year they're coming back around, but they've been a laughingstock. And so some people like Shaquille O'Neal he goes on the news and he says they're boring.
Yeah. Well, even beyond Shaquille O'Neal, who I would dominate one-on-one in a game of basketball.
Get ready to get pooped on.
Oh, shit. No, hazmat suit, his entire game. It goes down the toilet. Am I right?
Nice.
Yeah, no. But so, when you suck for that long, it's hard to maintain aura. And then when the first moment it looks like you might not suck, it's because of Andre Drummond. It's really hard to maintain aura. So, yeah. Going from, like, Ben Wallace, maybe the definitive non-like megastar of the 2000s. Like if you eliminate, okay, you can't say Shaq or Tim Duncan or Kobe Bryant or Dwayne Wade and probably a few more names. Then you get to like Ben Wallace embodied 2000 hoops where it's like you're not going to score.
Yeah.
I'm strong as shit. I get 14 rebounds in a game where my team gets 30 rebounds. So it's pretty important. That was really cool. He was a very cool player. And so was Rip Hamilton with the mask. It was just a very cool team. Chauncey Billups, not cool. But the rest of them, Tayshaun Prince, cool. Yeah, and so it was just a long time without any cool players or cool events for the most part. And what happened to Dennis Rodman? He got cool. He got based. He wore a dress and he went to North Korea.
Well, he's gone. He's gone now. I don't know where he is. He's out doing. I don't know what he's up to. His daughter is a big time soccer player, but they're not. He's not in her life.
Yeah, that's not surprising. Let me see. Dennis Rodman, knuckle sandwich. He has one of the greatest posts of all time. It's this picture of him with his fist between two slices of bread. For the audio only listeners, Pablo, I'm about to show it to you. As soon as it loads.
Let me switch back.
Okay, so can you see that?
Wait, let me pull my screen. Okay, that's pretty epic.
And it says, "Hey, CEO of racism, I made you lunch." And so that's pretty cool.
That's a very 2019 TikTok joke. I bet he had someone working with him back then. He had a manager going on. But yeah, they're not cool. Their jerseys looked lamer for a while, and yeah, that really is it. And yeah, they were bad.
Yeah, if you suck, I mean, why do the Hornets have no aura? Why do the Spurs got aura back, but for a while there, it was like, damn, these guys are lame. Yeah. Any other Pistons requests?
I think no. There's a guy who says like motorcade or something, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think.
But I searched Cade, nothing came up. So I'm thinking that's all there is for.
All right. So the guy to the guy who posted from the motor oil motorboaters brigade. Sorry, we missed your request. We were.
I
only
searched
searching.
motor. It's nothing.
Okay. All right. I didn't even say.
Oh wait. There's something about Isaiah Stewart from WAP.
What do you got?
Wow. Check that out. Spelled like Czech Republic. Isaiah Stewart got suspended for 2 games. I'm no math scientist, but that's twice as many as the guys who started the scuffle. He came in to back up his teammate and is being punished for his reputation and the narrative surrounding him. What is the next narrative that will create tangible effects in the league? And should we stop, or should we, as a collective lobbying group, set out to create one?
It's probably Ja being a violent gun guy. That's probably he just got more money, $75,000 fined today, because he's been pointing guns at the crowds, but finger guns.
That's not a gun, dude. It's an arrow.
Oh, that would be funny if Adam Silver was like Jamal Murray arrow celebration. Guys, we cannot promote violence in the league in any form. Not even medieval violence.
What if he was like loading a musket as part of the celebration? That'd be pretty cool.
That would be fun. That'd be neat. What if
someone's got to have that as a nickname? The musket.
Musket.
He could stab you and he could shoot you.
If Kyle Anderson wasn't already slow-mo, that would be a good one for him. Because he takes so long to load it up, you know?
Yeah. And he can only do it a few times a game.
Yeah. So hand grenade celebration, anyone? Where like you'd like pull the pin with your teeth, then you just throw it behind you and you're like, oh shit, it blew up. That could be cool.
Nice.
Any other Pistons thoughts?
No, I think that's it.
All right.
They got me falling asleep.
Hey, jeez. Can we get Cade back out here? These guys are boring. Nah, just kidding, Pistons fans. Who's after the Pistons? The Bucks? Or wait, we already the Magic. Orlando Magic. They're 3-1 in their last 4. They beat the Wizards, the Spurs, the Kings. They lost to the Clippers. Paolo still hooping. It's all canon. I do believe that this is real. March basketball can be fake. April basketball can be fake. I think this is probably what he looks like if he doesn't tear his side or whatever. Against the Wizards, 33 points, 18 rebounds, 8 assists, 58% true shooting. Not crazy efficiency, but a really good game nonetheless. And yeah, when he's aggressive, when he's like, hey, the middies can come later, I'm going to get my ass to the rim, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's just the two Wolves. And so against the Wizards, his good Wolves were there. It was 33, 18, and 8. 3 of 5 from 3. 8 of 10 from the line.
It's the Magic versus the Wizards.
Well, no, his inner Wolves, not the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Whoa.
And then he had a couple inefficient games before then, so that was the bad Wolves.
Fake, not canon.
And he won Ekpow.
Nice, that's good.
Eastern Conference Player of the Week for all the casuals.
Ekpow.
When Caleb Houston gets to take 3-pointers, he's making them. Like it'll be like 0 for 1, 0 for 1, 1 for 1, 0 for 1.
4 for 5.
It's like 4 for 5, 6 for 8.
Nice.
Stuff like that.
Hey, let him fly. Caleb Houston, you're cleared for launch, baby.
4 out of the last 5 games, Gary Harris has 0 points. He's got to have the most 0-point games out of anybody. He's got to have the most cardio games out of anybody who plays like 10 minutes.
The first of the Jokic role player boosts.
Yeah, people were like, God, I bet he misses him. And there was a guy in their subreddit tracked every Gary Harris possession, or every possession that he was out there in the Mavs game, and he found that he had 2 touches in 11 minutes and 48 seconds. He had touched the ball twice, one of which was a rebound. And then he got past 2 once on offense, and that was it.
Tony Snell.
He's literally just ignored out there. He's literally Kuroko.
He's literally the lizard from Hunter x Hunter who can hold his breath.
Yeah.
God's accomplice. What a good name for a power. Oh man.
Fergus said Magic. Want to add fuel to the Franz Paolo civil war. Unless Franz can sort his jumper out, looking less likely after 2 consecutive seasons of poor 3-point shooting, his ceiling is always going to be lower than Paolo's. With the two not having an ideal fit together, if you were to trade Franz, what sort of package would you reckon the Magic could get back? Ideally, it would be for a lead guard to let Suggs play at the 2. Throw some ideas out there, boys.
I don't know. I think I'm high enough on Franz to the point that I don't think you lose value if you trade him. What do you think?
I'm not as high on Franz, so I don't know. Like I saw some Magic fans being like, Oh wait, no, they did say so. Actually, this would be interesting. Would you do Kevin Durant? Who says no?
Uh, I mean, I'm not gonna overthink it. I would probably trade for Kevin Durant, but
If you're the Suns, you'd like it.
oh yeah, absolutely yes. Just cause I mean, again, I'm high on Franz. I think Franz is a genuine all-star level forward, and maybe you need like a pick or one of the like Jet Howard or something, a little more to sweeten the pot, especially if there's a legitimate bidding war for Durant going on. Then that would be good for you if you're the Suns. But I wouldn't be mad with Franz as the return at all. I don't know how many other like packages you would get a player who has proven he can be that good already. It would mostly be more draft level stuff.
Yeah, I think that'd be an interesting swap. Although I do think like that gives the Magic more spacing, but I don't necessarily love Kevin Durant, Paolo fit together. But
I
maybe
like it a
maybe
lot.
it'd work out.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not perfect. It's not like a guy who's completely tuned to like flying off screens and being Paolo's running mate or something. But I think you could reasonably expect to do the same shit you did this year, just having like a 50-40-90 volume scorer in Franz's spot who's like elite playing off the ball.
Yeah, I'm just worried it would devolve into too many cook sessions. Too many your turn, my turn cook sessions.
Maybe. I think I also just hate like I hate when you go from young team to now, hey, we have a 38-year-old who's making us really good. And it's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I might if I'm trading Franz, I would probably look around for something that like you get a worse player than Kevin Durant, but you get to still be you're not like rolling the dice on Paolo's prime just being surrounded by dog shit.
If the Cavs flamed out, would you be like, "Hey, Darius Garland, maybe we're interested in this"?
Maybe, but I'd have to keep Jalen Suggs.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
know.
that's what this guy wants too.
Yeah.
He wants Jalen Suggs at the 2.
I wouldn't be horrified for a Garland swap or anything.
Yeah. I'm just scrolling through the teams. Would anybody be interested? Like, would you be interested in a LaMelo Franz swap? Probably not at this point, right?
No. If LaMelo was healthy, that would be interesting, but no, not really.
Is there anyone else who would be interesting? Probably not. Unless like, would you take picks from San Antonio or something if they're like, oh, we're going all in on this white boy?
Fuck
we
no.
think he's the future.
It's like, hey, do I want picks? Do I want the 28th pick 5 times or something? Probably not.
How about Markkanen?
Oh my God, I don't want to. He used to be so good, dude. I'm so sad. No, I wouldn't.
Bayless Marcelo, Orlando Magic. I know you guys hate Paolo, but since the All-Star break, he's averaging almost.
You guys are
38 and
such
5.
babies. Jesus.
No, we do hate on Paolo. We do.
No,
hate
I'm
on
done.
Paolo.
I'm done with it. I've renounced it. I've renounced it. I've dropped the cloak of the cult of Paolo
Well,
hating.
there was an Inquisition trial. We had some candle wax dropped in our eyes. We had to
Okay.
recant in front of a trial of
Oh, gosh.
of our
Hey, you know
peers.
what? You know what? Fair. That's fair.
And
That's
even-
fair.
And if he did have a bad playoff series, we'd be like, well.
We would.
Interesting.
That is definitely true. So, all right. Okay. This guy's cooking. Hey, what do you got?
I know you guys hate Paolo, but since the All-Star break, he's averaging almost 38 and 5 and good shooting splits. Do you think this is just March basketball, aka isn't canon? Or do you think this is a representation of what he is as a player, considering his first 5 games and his recent stretch and disregarding the rough stretch he went through because of injury? Would love to hear your thoughts, even though you are deniers. Also, what do you think about Anthony Black? I love him. Anthony Black, talked about him last week. Potential to be one of the most incredible role players in the league if he's hitting threes. Great passer, great defender. And yeah, I think at
I
this point,
specifically answered this question at the top of the Magic. I was like, this is what I think is real.
yeah, at this point, I think it's a play style issue more than limitations. So
And again, like, I think if we want to talk about the two Wolves, I don't think a mid-season injury that makes you less sure in the physicality aspect of your game, I think that emboldens the evil Wolf. I think that makes him much more be like, hey, this is what I've dominated.
If you got a sore oblique.
Yeah. But a full off season of recovery, the same way we just had a full off season of him being like, his trainers, I'm sure, being like, this is how you will be an all NBA level player, is getting to the rim and like using the size that makes you so special. If we have a full off season of him just getting his body right, and then like still having that point hammered home and like building his play style that way, he'll be crazy. He'll be really good.
Yeah, I still do have, like, in the back of my mind, I still kind of think, like, I don't know, he's kind of slow. Like, I still worry about him at the highest levels of the playoffs, but if he just keeps producing, I can't really say anything.
I think you could put him in position to make some difficult reads right now. I think if you were like, hey, you need to be a high level, you like, we're gonna take away the corner kick out pass on your drives or whatever. You need to be like a high level decision maker. That could be troublesome, but he's also young enough where I'm like, hey, everybody has problems in their game.
Yeah, well, some people's biggest problem is getting the opportunity, playing time.
Oh, I shouted that idiot out today on Poop Jack number 2.
Oh.
Bruce Sensabaugh. I mistyped it in the prep thing, and so there was a typo. Bruce.
The disrespect. And he called him that idiot, as if I'm supposed to know that's who he's referring to, as if he's Obama or something.
Whoa! We love Obama here.
I hate Obama.
No,
I hate
Obama.
him. You know why?
He's cool. He has those cool playlists. It's the songs of the summer. It's Obama's playlist.
He could call up Will Hardy right now and do a coup like he did. Actually, maybe he couldn't. He has no influence there.
Put Bryce in the game. And it's like, Obama, what are you doing here? Why are you calling me?
No, but then Danny Ainge, if he found out about that, he'd be like, kill Bryce. Do it to hurt Obama. What was the subject on Poop Jack number 2?
We just graded everybody's rebuilds, and the Jazz did not grade out well. But it was not a fault of Mr. Sense of Balls. It was mostly everybody else.
Because sense, as in, like, he gets more pleasure from them. Not as in, like, he has cancer, testicular cancer, and waiting.
No. It's more like, it's like if he was in a room blindfolded and there was a dude to the left and a woman to the right, he would turn left because he could sense the balls.
Oh, okay.
And so that's helpful when you're driving. And
also, if you're stranded in the ocean, at Point Nemo, it'll tell you where the balls are, so you could sail that way.
Nice. Okay, it's like that.
Is there a range?
No, he has heavenly restriction. He's like a Mechamaru. So
okay.
He can sense balls all over the world, but he doesn't get any playing time. That's his heavenly restriction. Oh man. That's so sad. All right, who's next? Or do we have any more lobbyist requests? Oh, KCP against the Spurs, 23 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals on 105% true shooting. He shot 7 of 9 from 3. Most makes in a game this season, second most attempts in a game this season over the last 10 games. He's averaging 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 52% from 3 on 5 attempts a game.
Wow.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Who's after these chuckleheads?
Let me see. Let me timestamp this. Bryce bit. Sometimes I be timestamping bits that I want to clip. Let me see. After the Magic, it's the Hawks. 1-3 in their last three or last four. They beat the Bucks. They lost to the Mavs, the Blazers, the Heat. Not so good for the Atlanta Hawks, but I think they clinched a play-in berth if I remember
Yeah.
correctly. So
I think they got locked into it. They
yeah.
got trapped.
Hey,
I
them,
would
them and someone else. We'll get to them. Yeah. So the
I
Hawks.
won't.
Hey, well, you can victory lap. You could be like, I was right. It's just too late for you to do anything about it.
The Rizzler,
He's cooking.
36 against Milwaukee.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they dropped nearly 150 points on the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Come on. You think this team should be tanking? Yeah, what are you,
Come
stupid?
on.
Come on. Oh, it would be
You
nice
just
for
want
them.
Stupid town.
He would be cool. But they don't need that. They need to lose to the Celtics in the first round. So AD, he hit the game winner on him. Tough, but 7 straight.
But fair.
Tough but fair. That's his nickname, you know? He's stern, but he doesn't go overboard. And then Trae Young, 7 straight double-doubles. He's averaging 25 points, 13 assists, 2 steals on 60% true shooting over his last 7 games.
He's back.
Don't let him heat up.
Don't let him.
Oh.
The Rizzler's the only rookie with 3 30-point games this year, and he won. Oh wait, are we lagging or no?
I don't think so.
Oh no, I just the little fan noise cut out for a second, so I was like, oh crap.
Oh shit! I mute.
Oh, you muted. That's what was going on.
Yeah. Oh crap! If you can hear the fan, I'm kind of worried.
Well, no, it's a very faint like little white noise in the back. It's
okay. Whatever. I gotta go to the bathroom. Do you have a lot to say about the Hawks, or do you want to pause?
yeah, I could talk about the Hawks. Go piss, girl.
Go piss, girl.
Yeah, he won Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month. What a blast! And then Dyson Daniels won Eastern Conference Defensive Player of the Month. This month is coming up all Atlanta Hawks. And Dyson Daniels got an Adidas deal, so good for him. The Hawks were 22-22, 500 as they always are, when they lost their second leading scorer on January 23rd, and that's Jalen Johnson, of course. They lost their third leading scorer 2 weeks later at the trade deadline. Despite this, they have the 15th best record in the league since the deadline and went 9-5 in March. So they're playing the antithesis of Hawks basketball. They're playing lopsided basketball, as in not 500. They're just deciding to win. What a blast. And then Trae has joined Doc Rivers as the only Hawks to reach 800 assists in a season. And Trae's 13 away from the single-season franchise record. I was pretty surprised he didn't already have this, especially the single-season record. But it turns out Doc had one season where I think he averaged 10 assists a game, and he played in all 82 games. So he was just durability spamming. He wasn't as good as Trae. The guys don't believe that garbage. But now is the part where I do Control F, and I try and find any Atlanta Hawks lobbyist requests. And so from Jalen Johnson Enjoyer, Hawks question: would it be crazy if the Hawks traded up in this draft class, maybe combining both their first round picks this year and trading up for Melwatch? I don't think so. It depends where his stock sits by the time of the draft process and who's up there. Because realistically, like, if you do believe in the talent, you do believe in the crazy tools, and that he could be a versatile defensive anchor for you, there's really, I don't know if a better pathway is going to present itself. Like, are you holding out hope for an Anthony Davis trade or something nuts? And I mean, you're at the point where Trae is what he is, and you hope that you could get good Trae in a normal NBA over the course of a playoff run. And I still want to move him more off the ball offensively. But and then you've hit on 3 wings: Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels, and the Rizzler. So that's great. And really, if you want to be competitive, Trae's only 25 or whatever for this window. I would not blast that move, because I mean, what are you really waiting for? Unless an alternate path presents itself that's better, I'd be A-okay with it. I'd sign on to it. Chris Hawks. Caw! Season is cooked, but what do you think the ceiling is for this cursed team next year? Also,
Probably
what
the
is
bad.
Pablo's?
Probably sucks.
What is my Blue Sky account? I don't have a public Blue Sky account. I'm not skeeting on
Could you
there.
fucking do some elbow
just
work on the
lurking.
marketing of this damn podcast, please?
But someone has to be Indian mysterious. Like the girl, you're literally what's his name?
It's about to be
Daniel.
dumbass
You're literally
metaphor.
Daniel Craig. You're literally Daniel Craig. I'm literally the girl with the dragon tattoo.
I'm not touching your back. What the hell?
Well, they're not those parts, not the together parts, but in terms of their individual reputations. You're famous newspaperman, and I'm the mysterious. Who is that?
You're just a weenie. You're just a weenie who doesn't want to who doesn't want to interact with anyone online.
All right,
Blue Sky's the friendly, but you're in a playground. You're in a McDonald's play place, and you're like, oh, I can't go into the tubes. My mom says I can't go into the tubes. I'm building a small town in the tubes, baby.
It's actually so horrific because I clicked all the lists. You know how people make the Blue Sky lists?
No, I'm not on. Well, I have an account, but let me log on my laptop. Let's see what's what.
Like Mina Kimes will make like a Blue Sky list of accounts, and you can just click one button and follow them all. So it's like here's all the NFL people and stuff like that. But it truly has made my entire timeline the most millennial 2014 Twitter-esque timeline, and it's getting painful. Like it's honestly hard to reach, and I feel like we're running out of momentum for Blue Sky. I still look at it.
It's hilarious that you think there's momentum there still.
there was when
so
everyone
funny.
was joining.
Here, I'll tweet out right now. Pablo won't make his account public. Everybody be mean to him in these comments.
Okay, I'm just not gonna look at them.
No, I'll read them. I'll read them tomorrow.
Oh God. I did not look at the comments of the player rankings episode. I was like, I'm
no,
not
most of them were good. I mean, most of them were just like silly, being silly. There was a couple that were like, what has Ja done to be over Kyrie? Or seriously, the peaks of Tatum are so much more consistent than the valleys, and it's like, you're entitled to think whatever you want, man. I don't care. You know, we literally did like 10 minutes at the beginning, being like, we don't feel strongly about any of this, and still people somehow they develop this idea that they argue so strongly with. Whatever. Are we done with the Hawks?
Hawks. Oh yeah. So I don't have public Blue Sky. Season is cooked, but what do you think the ceiling is for this cursed team next year? I gotta wait to tell you. I gotta wait to see what the personnel is. If we get come on, then come on. Believe in and if the Celtics implode as well, we need some relativity. We need the.
Well, I'm just gonna compare them to the people that are around right now. Could they be better than the Magic next year? Sure. The Pistons. Sure. Yeah. The Bucks. I would put the Bucks around their
if
ceiling.
things continue to go worse.
yeah. I think top 4 would be really surprising from the Hawks, but anywhere up to the 5th seed, I'd be like, hey, Trey's really good. Jalen Johnson could have been an all-star. Zachy Riz, year 2. Dyson Daniels. There's pieces here that entice me. The problem is they don't have their pick this year or next year or the year after that.
Oh, they don't?
Yeah.
Well, there was one guy who asked me about trading up for Malwash, and I said I'm fine with that.
I mean, they have the Lakers. They have the Lakers, and if the Kings pick below 12, they have the Kings as well, first rounders this year. Maybe they could package those and move up into like the 6-ish range if
he did say if the Kings pick in Bays, of course.
Yeah.
Wait, but he said combining both their first round picks this year.
They have the Lakers' first-round pick as well. But the Spurs have their pick this year, and they can pick swap next year, and they have their pick in 2027.
Okay.
So, yeah. But, coping, would you really get a better player than Dyson Daniels with any of those picks?
No, I doubt it.
Okay, there we go. So, yeah, you'll be fine.
And you got off DeJounte.
Yeah, whoa. Calm down. You want to do the Bulls?
Well, no, there's still more Hawks.
All right, so we can
LeBron to the Hawks. Hawks. Caw-caw! With Giannis potentially asking out, is there any chance of the lemon pepper lobby getting the Greek Freak? I know it's a long shot, but would a package of Jalen Johnson, Okongwu, and picks give us the lifeline out of mediocrity, or am I grasping at straws? Love you, boys. And then Jalen Johnson Enjoyer replied, "There's no way you just offered Jalen Johnson up."
That's really cool. I like that.
LeBron to the Hawks replied and said, "I love that man so much, but if it means Giannis, yes, unfortunately." Jalen Johnson Enjoyer said, "Sorry, I have to say I disagree." I love his picture is Jalen Johnson shaking hands with Adam Silver at the draft. Like, not even a dunk. Like, this guy was in at the ground floor. Like, I love this for my guy. This one he knew it was real. But I think, yeah, the issue with that. So, number one, you probably don't. If Giannis is available, this package probably isn't competitive enough.
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson.
This is the Nico Harrison package where it's like the Bucks
this
GM.
Would be better than that.
The Bucks GM calls you up and they're like, "Hey, I got Giannis.
Don't tell anyone.
Give me Jalen Johnson and we're good to go."
This is a secret.
Shh, shh. It's so crazy that happened in real life.
But yeah, it probably won't happen. And then you got to think like a pickless Jalen Johnson, a Kongwu-less Hawks team that has Giannis. How good of a spot is that? It's still kind of a rough spot. Trey Dyson, Rizzler, Giannis.
That's a good team.
Yeah.
It could be if you get some depth on there somehow.
Yeah. With no picks, it'll be a little rough.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you could do it, I could see it being.
You think it'd be a contender in a normal NBA?
Well, because like Dyson and Trey, if there's anybody that can make him playable in a playoff series, like in a postseason setting defensively, it's got to be Dyson.
Oh, also, you got to think like, what does Giannis and Trey look like? Because we've learned Giannis and Dame doesn't look that good.
Much better than Trey. Than Dame. I really, it's Trey. We're talking tiers of facilitator and lob passer and pick and roll player here. Like, to me.
But yeah, but I don't think the passing I don't think Dame was missing Giannis.
If Chris Middleton can run a two-man game,
I don't think he was moving.
I think Trey can run the two-man game. I think it's possible. For me, there is like a part of it where Giannis is like, I don't want to get. He's an All-NBA guy. I want to let him, run his game. I don't want to step on his toes or anything. But I think Trey would figure it out personally.
I would hope Giannis would buy him, but like he's just like. Hold on, Trey. Let me cook in the mid range. Hold on. Let me. I'm not gonna. What am I? Clint Capella. But yeah, I probably wouldn't do this long term. But if you did this, I wouldn't freak out. I wouldn't poke a hole in the Hoover Dam.
Freak out. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
The Chicago Bulls.
Ugh.
You should be freaking out now.
Wait,
hey.
should I search Atlanta just to be safe?
Yeah, sure.
With my
do whatever.
Control F.
I don't care.
There's no Atlanta. Okay, I think I got all these guys.
Wow, they cut Atlanta off of the map because it got too woke.
Oh wait, which team are we on?
The Bulls, 2-2 in their last 4. They beat the Raptors, the Lakers. They lost to the Thunder and the Mavs. Back-to-back losses for the first time in 11 games. Shouldn't you be happy about this?
Wait a second. I just realized something. It says, it doesn't say world famous Pablo Escobar. Shoot.
It says Steve Lobs.
Shoot.
Oh no, people are gonna know your real name.
My other alias. No, shoot. Can you cover that in the post?
What do you mean?
No, I don't know.
Is that what your fake blue sky is called? Let me Google Steve Lobs on here and see what's up.
Not. But now.
Are you lagging or what?
Wait. Well, no. what's it called? Wait, I need
God,
to
blue
add
sky is
world
desolate. This is not
famous.
funny at all.
Well, yeah, it's not funny. It's just an absence of
I don't have any of that stuff on my Twitter timeline that you get.
world famous. But you're in the trenches still of the worst basketball arguments on the planet.
I can't imagine that these people are smarter about basketball.
Well, I only follow report. I don't see. There's not a lot of casual fan. There's not a lot of like Giannis fan accounts or like Shea fan accounts. Like I don't see complaints about the free throws and stuff like that. But I didn't realize the guy on Player's Choice was Swipe a Cam.
Yeah, the Nuggets guy, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh yeah, we're on the Bulls.
Yeah.
I need
Giddy
to-
Insanity Run. It's done. It's done. Pablo, it's done. The Giddy Insanity Run is over.
No, I'm not coming out until I know for sure.
I mean, they're still going to pay him, but you can at least...
We're still dropping 40 a year. Wait, how many games has it been done?
Barely 2. And I'm sure the Bulls
okay.
would
We're
consider
not
the
safe
most
yet.
recent one. So he... 8 points against the Mavs. Then he had 15 points on 46% true shooting against the Thunder. Then he had 17 on 55% true shooting against the Raptors. But he had double-digit assists versus the Thunder and the Raptors. And so if it's a double-double, automatically it's a good game. And so those are 2 games that would probably get him paid by the Chicago Bulls. And the Bulls have officially clinched a play-in spot. Officially, they're going to be in the play-in, baby. Officially, the Chicago Bulls have clinched a play-in spot. How does that make you feel?
How does swimming laps in the pool of fire and hell feel?
I don't know. That's scary. What the heck?
We got some Bulls lobbyist requests. ZD, hey, is this guy baked or not? Bulls lobbyist for the first time. How do I leave hell? Is there a door or something? Or am I subject to Acme for the rest of time?
Oh,
Is Giddy the best I'll get? Please help. My torture's gone on for far too long. You're trapped with us, buddy.
There's a door. But it takes you to the beginning. And so you go back.
There's a door. You got to kiss Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the lips to get through it.
No, there's a door. It takes you to the minute where Tom Thibodeau kept Derrick Rose in the game for too long. It takes you right there, and then you close the door, and you're like, oh, I can't. What is this better than the Giddy stuff? Is this worse? It's all bad. Yeah. There's a bunch of doors. There's a door that takes you to a Karnisovas press conference that goes on for eternity, and he says every 5 minutes how he thinks the 8th seed is a good thing. There's a door that takes you to where all of the Saudi Arabian oil guys are spending all the money from your parking meters.
On the soccer team though.
Yeah, but even the soccer team, they're in the play-in tournament of soccer.
Well, that's kind of cool for them. I love they have the play-in tournament to get to the next league to get promoted. An AFL one, we're trying to get to the Premier League.
We're talking relegation on the line. He's still playing all the young guys. Come on.
What if I tell you we've been relegated, but we have 9 players between 20 and 25? It's still a successful team, no?
Fuck. I was going to say something about, like, we've only had the cup 4 times in my lifetime. I've seen us be relegated 6. Something like that. Any more Bulls shit?
Tyler Merrick, Bulls, rewatching the Hunger Games. Pablo, who is the bigger slut? Adam Silver or President Snow?
Is President Snow a slut? Is he getting around?
I don't know. Well, no, because Adam Silver is a bigger slut. Because imagine a Hunger Games run by Adam Silver. It'd be underwear-themed arenas and stuff like that.
It'd be like, brought to you by Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
And that's bad? Why? Because you hate women.
Because a commissioner should never talk about underwear in public.
Okay. And he's bald, too, and it's just like... Are you bald everywhere? Come on, dude.
Oh, guys, get him in the arena and find out. Yeah, Adam Silver for sure. I hate Adam Silver.
Who's next?
Not because he's slutty, for other things.
I hate Adam Silver because he's got this fucking John Morant thing going on. It's like, dude, Miles Bridges plays basketball tonight.
Miles Bridges said, "I'm not sorry about beating up a woman. I don't care that John Morant's not sorry about the gun." And I don't even think people care anymore. I don't think CNN's gonna put it on the news. John Morant does scary gesture. No, you're fighting ghosts, Adam. Just cut it out.
Any other Bulls requests?
No, I think we're done with the decrepit team.
Okay, let me see.
Decrepit city full of decrepit monsters.
Come on, that's not nice to say about Chicago. Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper.
Chance. That's a rapper.
Chano. You know, the little...
The kids will never know. We know because we were 12, because we were 05. So.
Cigarettes on cigarettes. I was born in 2005. I love that song.
Nice.
The Heat. Can you put your camera back on now? I miss you.
Okay.
Hey, there he is. Look at the gamer. 3-1 in their last 4. The Heat beat the Sixers, the Wizards, the Celtics. They lost to the Grizzlies. They got fucking game winnered by John Morant. He called Khalil Ware a pigeon.
Yeah.
A little pigeon in front of me.
They were so mad on the Heat subreddit.
Oh, I bet.
Coming from a dude who will never sniff the finals. He's so corny. He really thinks people fear him or something. Sucks because he is a baller, but he's just so corny and stupid. And someone called him Joyless Jaw.
Oh, they got him. That's a banger. Yeah. Pigeon, just a crazy pull for a tiny animal.
Well, apparently that's basketball slang. I hadn't heard it.
Well, I wrote that down after. In my notes, I said, I'm white, so maybe I'm missing something. Pigeon feels like a crazy pull, but obviously it's just a thing that like white guys don't understand, and so that's fine.
Yeah. What's up with all the black people never telling me about that term? Come on, guys.
Jive turkeys.
Miami Heat are the first team in NBA history to lose 10 games in a row and then follow up with 6 straight wins by all double digits.
That's nearly 500 basketball-ish. Not really, but kind of.
They beat the Celtics, and they did it. The Celtics were not at full strength, but they played without Andrew Wiggins, without Duncan Robinson, and without Kevin Love. So they weren't at full
Jayson
strength.
Tatum played right after I said LeBron, he was better than LeBron, and he completely fucking disintegrated. He shit the bed. So...
Oh, you're fraud watch. You're on fraud watch.
He knew Andrew Wiggins was in the building, and he was like, "Oh shit, I can't score. Oh man."
Pelle Larson, he doesn't know the term pigeon. His last 3. Is it Pele? I don't know. I've literally have only ever read his name, even going back to Arizona.
It's Peel. It's like Key and Peel Larson.
Pelle Larson, last 3, 15.6 rebounds, 4 assists.
Pretty cool.
Do you think Tyler Hero knows pigeon?
Huh?
Do you think Tyler Hero knew about pigeon?
Yeah, definitely.
He looked it up. Yeah. He's like, yeah.
He does his research. He hears something in the huddle at practice, and he goes home and he's like, Urban Dictionary pigeon basketball 2025. What mean?
Yeah, he's on the forums. Let's see. Do I have anything else? Yeah, the Heat are locked into the play-in tournament officially.
Nice.
So, but that's where they like to be.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything I wrote down. Any requests from the Heaters, the Heatles?
Let's control F Heat. Miami Masturbator says,
"Damn it! Of course."
Heat beat the Celtics. They had a lot of injuries. I think this should be canon because with Terry Rozier on the team, I feel that's worse than having injured players. Let me know what you think. Also, Pablo, I'm coming for you. -MM Oh my! I need to call the police for this one. The police, the Miami masturbator said he's coming for me. And that boy nice replied to him, definitely worse than injuries. Scary Terry injures the team morale with his aggressive gambling. Kudos to the Heat for enduring him. TBNE.
God damn it.
It's like dead internet theory, but with real people.
Yeah, well, it's like I'm listening to like a transcript of truckers on the road. This is MM. Coming to you
Everyone's
talking
in a
about
ham
Andrew
race.
Wiggins. Yeah, over.
Yeah, but no, it is canon because the Heat were also injured. So it's an injury versus injury. So that's canon in my book.
Okay. Anything else?
Frederick Borner.
Love him.
By the way, I opened my TikTok the other day and I saw he liked one of my videos and I clicked on his profile. He's got his Instagram linked. I didn't look at it, but I was like, yeah, there's a lot of proof that this guy was not my friend in real life. That this was not.
You're
the
so
guy.
stupid.
I'm pretty. He was like. He's also. I think I found out he's paying euros.
Oh my god. Okay.
Frederick Borner. Howdy, self-designated Roman aristocrats. Wait, he said, howdy. Hold on, I'm having trouble
Pablo's having a stroke, everybody.
Okay, he's talking to us. Okay. Howdy, self-designated Roman aristocrats. Parentheses, remember that. What would it realistically take for the Heat to tank? Pat Riley aneurysm? Is this franchise the most tanking? Is this franchise? He wrote it wrong. He wrote it wrong. Is this franchise the most tanking adverse ever? I may never see my team draft high. So hold on. Howdy, self-designated Roman aristocrats.
Is he asking us to remember when we did a bit? Or is he telling us to remember that for the future?
I don't know. I have no memory of that. And I thought it was going to come up later in the message.
Tweaking in the Patreon. I don't think the Heat will. They're not a tank. We don't tank. We don't do tanks here. We don't do rebuilds. We don't do tanks. We're the Miami Heat.
We talked about Romulus and Remus at one point, maybe. I don't know.
It's a Remus.
But yeah, there's not gonna tank because it will take Pat Riley aneurysm or kidney failure or something because he's 80, so he's just not gonna tank. I don't think.
Yeah.
And are they the most adverse to tanking ever? I don't know because there's obviously Reinsdorf hates it. He does. They do everything they can to avoid it. Michael Jordan loved being the 8th seed. He absolutely ate it up with Charlotte. So that they were pretty strong. The Kings. There's a lot of teams that, and I think the Pacers have never had the number 1 pick, right?
Yes. But not for lack of trying. I feel like they've been up there a couple. I don't know. Now that I think about it, they've always been pretty mid.
Yeah, like who's the highest? Who are the best players in Pacers history? Like Reggie wasn't a top pick, I don't think. Not like top 3-ish. Halliburton wasn't. Paul George wasn't. They try and stay competitive.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay.
Probably Jalen Rose was a high pick, right? But not that high. Let's see. Is there anyone else? Oh, Jason said the Miami Heat on a bit of a run, and then 6 eyes emojis, and then a ton of dancing emojis, and then hashtag Dale. see the duality of man. Roman aristocrats, remember that.
Roman aristocrats, I want to die. I want to be put out of my misery.
Versus we're on a run. Live it up. Party.
Fireball. All right.
Let me type in Miami to Control F. And okay, I'm just brought back to Miami masturbator.
Okay.
All right, I think we're good.
All right, I think we're on the Raptors.
Why does he have to use Zion's devious face as his profile picture? Don't attach Zion to you.
Zion's the one. Zion, he's got a history of gooning. It's okay.
No, he's obviously finishing inside of women and getting them pregnant.
Okay. Oh, that's true. Raptors, 2-2 in their last 4. They beat the Hornets, the 76ers. They lost to the Bulls and the Blazers. Brandon Ingram coming back this year. I swear I read that somewhere.
It's so funny. I didn't write it down. Did you like writing down? I swear I saw that.
Well, I wrote down Brandon Ingram coming back ? And then I never followed it up in my research. Brandon Ingram return. Fuck, I misspelled. Return.
I think it's not true. Also.
Okay, the Raptors announced 11 days ago that Ingram is progressing and will be reevaluated in approximately 10 days. But he's still listed.
Has it come?
I don't think so. He's still listed as out on the Raptors, so yeah. I think I got fucking baited.
Scotty saved a school from closing.
Who cares?
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
And in the article they pointed out including autistic students, and I was thinking, thank God that guy got run off the internet, or else this would have been held against him.
He comes flying in out of nowhere. He saved a school because that's where he went to autism school. Was here, and that's why he paid.
That's where he
it.
learned it.
That's where he caught it. You can catch autism. This is so funny. I made T-shirts, guys, and then everyone's like, oh.
Where is he now? Did he just delete his account?
Maybe. I don't think so. I think he circled back and people were like, hey, you can't, we remember. I also remember he put his shit in his LinkedIn account. That was what was funny. He was like turning NBA fails into viral moments.
That's epic.
Yeah.
That's epic. Because he was proud of it.
Well, that's what we do. We should do that. We should post these on LinkedIn.
Oh, we could. They allow video. The number one NBA podcast of LinkedIn.
Okay. All right.
Coach Darko had his option picked up for 26-27. He's going to be the shepherd of the rebuild.
Nice. Okay.
Do you have anything else?
Nope. I only wrote down the Brandon Ingram news that you laughed at.
The Brandon Ingram, the Brandon Ingram whispers from the ether. Okay. We have a Raptors request from Monsieur Robichaud. Hello.
Okay.
Darko extension. It seems everyone outside of the true North, strong and free, is either apathetic or cold on him/our team as a whole. But Raps fans and media are sold on what we've seen from him so far. Sounds like the lamestream media needs to get with the program. Anyways, I keep hearing all this solo leveling chatter, but nothing on common side effects. The actual best new animated show out right now. Have either of you tapped in yet? No, I haven't seen. What is common side effects?
You wouldn't
I haven't even heard
it.
of that.
You don't. It's American animation.
Oh.
And the guys are kind of ugly looking, and so I feel like you would turn it on and you would be like, you're so obsessed with aesthetics that you would not be able to engage with it at all.
I did see some. This is an anime, is it? Yeah, it's.
Well, it's Western animation, so it's not like there's no dub
like action
or anything.
Right?
Yeah. I think they find like a mushroom, like a pharmaceutical thing, and it's like
two former high school lab partners stumble on a mushroom that can heal almost anything, apart from the corporate interests of the DEA, big pharma, and international businessmen. I did see some hype from this dude on TikTok.
I've heard it's good.
Yeah, is it made by the same people who made that other show or no?
What other show?
The space one that only had one season. That was on
Scavenger's Reign.
Yeah,
I don't think so, but that was good too. I didn't finish it, but I liked it.
But yeah, it seems they're liking Darko right now. I have seen some criticism of him, but I'm not tapped in enough, and I still am skeptical on the roster construction as a whole, but we'll see what it looks like next year.
Yeah. Any other requests?
Let me type in Toronto. Nope. Looks like that's it for
you
the
hear that?
Raptors. Yeah. I bet this guy's from Quebec. Monsieur.
Quebec. Wow. Well, that means he sounds crazy. If he's a the Quebecois French people, they sound insane. That's what the word on the street is.
That's how XQC.
No, it's like it's more like how French people say. Like if they said Oliver or something, a French person might say like Olivier or something, but like a Quebecois French person would be like Oliver. It's like a very weird pronunciation of everything. Yeah. So if he's from Quebec, shout out to that guy. You sound normal. You're the only Quebecois guy that sounds normal. 76ers?
Oh, are we already at the bottom?
Yeah, bro. Hey, the whole East is the bottom, brother.
That is true. They're 0-4. Sucks to suck.
A
Joel
10
Embiid's
game losing
surgery.
Oh, sorry, you go.
Well, 10-game losing streak. They suck.
Yeah. And
Joel
then Joel
Embiid's
Embiid
finally getting surgery.
God, fucking damn it, dude. I just can't get a word in with you.
Well, I just dominate. I just dominated you in the
Bathroom of ideas.
The bathroom. Why are at the market? We're not at the marketplace.
No, in the gas station bathroom of ideas. Truck stop bathroom of ideas.
I love a truck stop bathroom.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Just bet you do.
He'll be reevaluated in 6 weeks after surgery and is expected to make a full recovery, a team official said. It will be his second surgery on the left knee over the last 14 months. Not good news, but necessary news.
I saw a video of a doctor on Twitter being like, yeah, this shit's not good, bro. Sometimes there's nothing you can do.
He doesn't know about the miracle potion that's coming out soon.
Oh, Joel Embiid got the mushroom from Common Side Effects.
Oh, okay. Maxey is also ruled out for the rest of the season with a finger tendon injury. He's been sidelined since March 3rd and has attempted to rehab the finger, but is still dealing with discomfort, and he needs treatment.
What are we thinking about Big Yellow Maxey as a nickname for him? Like the song Big Yellow Taxi, where it's like, they paved paradise and put up a parking lot. You know that song?
No.
You don't know the song Pave Paradise and Put Up a Parking Lot?
No.
What the fuck do you listen to?
I know. On an island in the sun.
We'll be playing and having fun. All right, hold on a second, because I don't want to get copyrighted.
Oh.
And it makes me feel so fine, I can't control my brain. What a banger.
And I also know American Idiot. So that song wasn't one of those ones.
I like Green Day. I love Green Day.
Do you have the time? And then the Sixers set the record for the most different starting lineups in NBA history at 52. Wow. Adembona
hoops. 28 points, 6
How
rebounds.
How big is your bona? There's a restaurant here called Buona Beef in Illinois. And they say, how big is your buona?
How big is your buona? What, like a penis?
No, it's Italian beef. You ever have Italian beef sandwich?
Oh, like the bear. Yeah, no, I like the bear.
Yeah, like the bear.
No, I never had that.
How big is your bear? They can't really use the slogan, but they'd be competing against the bear. And the bear, I bet Cousin Richie's like, I hate Buona. Cousin Richie.
What are we on, the Nets?
Well, let me check Sixers lobby requests.
Oh, the Sixers, yes. Oh, yeah, I also wrote down, it's crazy that the Sixers won 18 games in 2014-15, and now we're 10 years later, and it's like, pretty much back doing the same shit.
Big Red Belly, Sixers first-time lobbyist here. Welcome to the
show.
Can't really argue for my team or players being very good this year, but one thing I will argue is we're one of the hottest teams in the league. McCain, Kelly Oubre, Quentin Grimes pickup is huge for this.
Yeah.
Maxey and Paul George is one hell of a starting five. We may not be the deepest team, but McCain and Oubre are both top 5 hottest in the league. Want your thoughts on the hottest team? And also solo leveling is peak. Thank you, Big Red Belly, for your contributions. They are... Yeah, this is a very hot team.
Don't let them get hot. They already are. Yeah. I don't know. Who's like the go-to hot team right now? Who's a really hot guy?
How hot is OKC? No, they're not that hot.
Well,
They're just
Shea
young.
is pretty handsome, but Chet,
He is.
no.
Chet and
Hartenstein, no. J-Dub, not. He's cutie pie, but I wouldn't necessarily put him into hot territory.
yeah, I'm sure he pulls, but he's specific looking.
Yeah. I think the Sixers might have it unless it's like.
They got it because Kelly Oubre is like having like Jokic.
Yeah. It's bananas.
Where's Agbaji right now?
He's in Toronto.
Okay. Do we have anyone else up there?
I don't think so. Where it's like Scotty, specific looking, quickly, specific looking.
Derek
Yeah.
White probably ruins the Celtics.
Definitely.
How do people feel about the Knicks? Are people into Bridges?
The Wizards are pretty hot. Now I'm thinking about this. Jordan Poole, very handsome.
Oh yeah, the Wizards are.
Corey
the Wizards are
Kispert,
a
very
big one.
handsome. Bilal, he's a cutie pie, I would say. But who else is hot on the Wizards, you think?
Wait, did you
Oh,
say
shit.
did you say Kispert?
Yeah, I did. If we can count Kuzma because he was on the team this season, that would help.
How are the Bucks? Giannis, Dame.
They're pretty good. Giannis, I feel like
Kuzma.
people, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's not like a super popular opinion.
The Hornets? No.
No.
The Rockets? I don't know. The Lakers?
No.
No.
Okay. Are we done? I'm done with the Sixers. Let's go to the Nets.
Okay. Well, let me. I searched 6, and there was
Okay.
only one. If I search Phil, nothing comes up.
All right.
Okay.
206. The Nets 2-2 in their last 4. They beat the Mavs, the Wizards. They lost to the Wolves and the Clippers. Barclays Center. It's getting another round of renovations. $100 million. They're getting a cool upper concourse that fans can hang out in and stuff.
The only thing I have for them is that multiple league personnel that have spoken with the Post say Giannis has been and remains Plan A for the Nets.
That's insane.
And the Nets fans were saying that this specific reporter is usually credible. If Giannis gets traded elsewhere this summer, that may make GM Sean Marks' path simple, tanking for another year and building through the lottery. So Plan A is get Giannis. Plan B is just tank.
What
So
about Plan C?
maybe both. I don't know.
Okay. Tank with Giannis. I like that.
What would be the point of getting Giannis?
You'd be good.
You would have nothing.
You'd be good. You'd have Giannis and Cam Thomas, and it rhymes.
I'd be upset.
I'd be livid.
I'd be upset for everyone involved.
Do we have any requests? I don't have shit on the Nets. I wrote down everyone should build a gimmick into their stadium like the Clippers with the wall. So the Nets, they should do.
I saw a clip of. Do you know the Houston Astros in baseball? They used to have a little hill at the back of center field. We need stuff like that. We need oddities.
Okay, I'm thinking a
but
big
yeah.
animatronic guy that goes, "Oh!" when the opposing team shoots a free throw. That could be fun.
Hey. When I search Brooklyn, nothing comes up. And when I search Nets, nothing comes up. So
Wow. Who was the number one Nets
the
fan?
Mobbies have gone dormant. Well, we had Bread Phobic, and then we
That's
had
what I was thinking
Joey,
of.
not Joey
Bread
Buckets.
phobic. Yeah. Damn, they've gone dormant. They've been beaten into submission by this by this insane season. All right, the Hornets 1-3 in their last 4. They beat the Jazz. They lost to the Pacers, the Pelicans, the Raptors. This is the only team I didn't write down a single thing about.
Solo, he's showing some signs of life.
Nah, you're crazy.
No, I'm not.
He's a bust. He's busting everywhere.
You're an idiot, and he has a great smile. Let's see, Hornets. Nothing from Hornets. And if I do Charlotte,
What about the Stinger squad? What about something
if
like
I
that?
do Buzz, no. If I do Sting, no. Oh, no, podcast Sting.
Fuck. All right. Okay. You want to do the Wizards?
All right.
All right. The Wizards. Shit. I think they went 1-3 this week, but I didn't write down who they played against. I know they beat the Kings, and then they lost to the Magic last night.
So, guys, remember when I teased Carmelo Anthony news? It's here. So
Finally.
you've been waiting. Thank you. Lorraine Powell Jobs, who apparently this Steve Jobs' wife.
Okay, nice.
Rest in peace. He's probably yelling at somebody in hell right now. Work faster.
Okay.
She's selling her a 10% stake in the Wizards and the Capitals parent company. What is it, Monumental or whatever?
Yeah, yeah.
She is. Yeah, she wants to sell a big chunk of it, and Carmelo wants to buy that chunk. He said, "I want to buy the Wizards. I would be a great owner." He said on his podcast, "I'm a former player. I understand players. I understand personnel. I understand being fatigued. I understand how to build teams, but I also understand what I don't understand. I know what I don't know. You also have to put people in those positions. President, GM, you put all the basketball acumen in those positions, and you cover that with a business model. Bring the fans to the players. Bring them to practice, to the practice facility. Let them see open practice. Let them sit there. Let them have Wizards Day. You really got to give back."
Okay. I'd be down for that.
So, out of all of that, having fans at practice would be epic. I don't know any team that does that.
It would be fun.
But you could give away all the secrets. You could sell them to Mark Dagnall or something.
Oh, the secrets of the Wizards.
Yeah.
Hey, you're going to want to let a couple of these guys shoot. Although.
Nobody.
Sorry, you go. You finish your thing, and then I'll get to mine.
Nobody I would want to own my team less than Carmelo. The guy who prioritized money during his career. Like at least Jordan wanted to win and other guys wanted to win. Carmelo at every chance was like, "Well, nah, give me the extra 10 mil."
Nah, I'm taking the money. Let's go.
And he's just very, very obviously capitalism pilled. And I also I feel like I don't hear him talk a ton about basketball, but I'm assuming
he
he's
has
probably
a podcast.
Yeah, but I just haven't. I don't encounter it much. I feel like
Blue
he's
Sky.
Yeah. I would imagine he's very true hooper pilled and stuff like that, and we're not shooting enough mid rangers.
The Wizards have a couple of those guys.
Yeah, just based on his career. So I would not be excited about a Carmelo team.
So they benched their starters against the Kings, trying to lose the game to the Kings starting lineup, and they still won. JT Thor hit the dagger. It was just his 5th 3-pointer of the season and his 2nd 3-pointer since joining the Wizards. And then Bub Carrington versus Orlando. 32 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 87% true shooting. He became the first player in NBA history with more than 325 assists and more than 125 made 3-pointers before turning 20 years old. And then Alex Sarr, Bub Carrington, and Keyshawn George became the first trio of rookies in NBA history to each hit 100 or more threes in a season.
Wow. Gabe T., Wizards. Do you think the endless pursuit of funds by Jordan Peele will move him teams?
What? The endless pursuit of funds? He's not asking for more money, is he? He's got a big contract.
And well, he said Jordan Peele.
Well, the Jordan Peele's not making a movie here, I don't think.
I don't know.
Guys, you gotta stop doing like between this and the other guy who was like esteemed royal Roman people. Please, you can take into account. And it was like, what the fuck?
Lot of signs of KD to the Hawks.
And that guy got vindicated. There was reports later.
Wait, really?
He DM'd me on Twitter because like some Clutch Points bullshit reporter put out an article about it, and he was like, "See, I'm not crazy." Oh my god! All right. On that note, is there any other Wizards shit?
Well, Najee Peachtree Marshall, part of his message was, I watched my Kings lose to the Wizards in person, and it was terrible. Monty McNair was just there blankly staring at the game. It was awful. And then Shengun Lover 299 Wizards. He spelled it with OU.
So that you can't search it up. Okay.
But no, then he did parentheses Wizards. So
all right.
That's how I found him. Pablo, you recently reaffirmed your opinion on the Denny trade, which is wrong, anger emoji. I'm very happy with Bub and a pick, but I'm equally happy that Denny fans are gone. They were insane and would flood comment sections with insane Denny takes. I'm curious whether you two have had similar situations for your respective teams where you've been annoyed by particular diehard fans for specific players.
Well, this is interesting. I have a specific... I went to Jewish Heritage Night the last year that Denny Avdia was on the Wizards because they were giving away a bobblehead. And there was a bunch of Zionist people there chanting "Bring them home" every time Denny shot free throws.
Okay.
And so the way I've always looked at the trade is like Bub Carrington could straight up not be good, and I would still be very happy to have just washed my hands of a, like, even if Denny's really good. How much worth does like a really good 25-year-old have to you when you are like bottoming out? Not really that much.
Well, 25 is young. I think.
Well, it's like he'll be 30 by the time they're looking to like be a serious team.
I don't know. They're not that far. Do you think? They're
even.
I guess it depends who they.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, he could be 28 by the time they're looking to be a good. I don't know, but like at the same time, for me, I'm just like, hey, if the price to just not have to deal with that whole situation anymore is, now the guy I'm taking and I'm rolling the dice on is just Bub Carrington. It's not this 6'9" super soldier of it like a physical specimen. I'm not losing sleep over that at all.
Purely basketball-wise, I do still think it was a bad trade because he's so good now, and his contract is so low. He's so cheap. But yeah, to purge your fan base of Zionists is worth it. And I gotta wonder, how is it going to be in Portland? Because they're supposed to be the hippie lefty city. But are they actually like that,
No.
or are they lived up Zionists?
No, they just do mushrooms and then like... Yeah. They have like, I would assume there's plenty of insane people there. The same way there's insane people everywhere, you know?
But I would say for Bulls, we just have one of the dumbest fan bases on earth regardless. But anytime there's a Chicago person, like Derrick Rose, it made sense because it's like he won MVP. Mm-hmm. But it's like the corpse of Dwayne Wade, who's very obviously coming just for money. They just talk themselves into like, he's always wanted to be here. He's been trapped by Miami. He's gonna change. He's still Dwayne Wade. He's just gonna be reinvigorated.
That's the Flash, or is it just Flash? Yeah. His nickname.
I think it was Flash. I think it's just Flash. I don't know.
Okay.
That was never in use like my entire life. Since I was born in 2005, like people are like, he's the Flash, but they don't say that.
D Wade was a lot. That's the shortened version that I heard.
And then so when we got Jabari on like a 2-year, $40 million contract that again nobody else would have paid him, He's literally. You guys, have you seen his high school mixtape? He's literally it. He's literally him. And so there's just like an undying nationalism for any Illinois or Chicago related player. And
For
sometimes good, sometimes bad.
For the Nuggets, it was just when they traded for Aaron Gordon, there was a moment where it was like, fuck, we couldn't keep RJ Hampton. Are you serious? Oh my God, this is a disaster. But I don't know. The Nuggets don't really make trades, so it's not like a huge deal.
My favorite types of these fans are the Kai Soto fans, the Filipino fans, who will just make up lies that he's been signed. Kai Soto signed by the Lakers. Like, if you look up Kai Soto on YouTube right now, they're gonna be lying about him. They're gonna be making videos lying that he's on the Warriors or Lakers right now.
Nice.
And people, like, they flood Facebook streams of games, like summer league games that he's a part of. It's awesome. I love the Philippines. But yeah, I think that's it for the Wizards. If I type wash, nope, that's it.
Yeah, you come up because you're washed.
What? Ah,
All right, you wanna end it? Calm little 220.
220.
Guys, if you
All right.
subscribe to the Patreon, do it on your computer. I've seen too many people paying $7.50 a month. In these recession times, you're going to be like, oh, I have to cancel my membership. You don't. You can afford it. Just stop paying $7.50 on your phone. Go on the computer.
Do it on the computer. Do it.
Nice. All right, David Robinson, kiss Pablo on the mouth.
Don't do that, David Robinson. A hearty handshake, and then I yank your arm off. You weren't expecting that.
Up tempo means I'm gonna run you into the ground.